all the teachers present here. And today's lecture series is going to be on the topic of understanding the emotions and the feelings from the child's perspective. As we teachers, we know that the child will be going through lots of emotions and they will not be able to express themselves. But here, what we are going to do is we are going to conduct few of the activities for kids so that they will be able to understand what are they feeling and they would likely to come and communicate to the teachers. This is all the topic that we are going to talk today. Welcome you all once again for the series of these lectures. On behalf of International Project for Capacity Development of ECCD teachers in South Asian countries, here we are there to learn and get to know each other with all the topics, as well as if you have any doubts or if the teacher is facing any problem, we are here to get the answers for you. Yes, today's theme, as I said, it is all about the understanding feelings and emotions. This is the weekly plan that I am going to give it to you. But as we teachers, first we have to understand about the kids, what emotions they would be feeling and what emotions they would be getting into in each and every situation, because children will not be able to express everything by themselves. It may be in a different emotions or feelings that they would express, that we will have to understand and solve the problem to the kid. To introduce myself, you know me better, and I am Padmaja YV, an early childhood educator and a content creator and curriculum developer, also a reading readiness coach for kids. Here, why I have taken up this is because if the child is able to read well, if the child is able to read any text, definitely they will be able to know better content, will be able to read, know, and understand better. So, if we plant a seed right from the early childhood of reading, definitely the child will be excelling in her or his academics in future. With this, I have from teacher to I have become a reading readiness coach. Okay, when it comes to understanding feelings and emotions, what is that? Yes, we when we introduce the topic, what we do is we start showing these are the emotions. This is angry, this is happy face, this is curiosity, everything we will introduce. But in what situation, what happens, this has to be taught to kids. Why we have to teach feelings and emotions to kids? It is all about connecting to the brain and developing the emotional skills, also how it is connected to 21st century skills. When we give this comprehensively to the kids, make them understand what the feelings and emotion is all about to their age level, it is all about the quality education, and the good health and well-being is what we are going to give as an SDG, Sustainable Developmental Goals. When it comes to brain development, what happens is socio-emotional learning happens a lot. Critical for preschooler, and it is the self regulation and the neural growth happens when we start understanding why this is happening, what this is happening in any situation. That control, if yes, definitely children cannot do it, but as an adult, when we start understanding it, definitely to that situation, to an extent, we can help child to understand. And it is all about the emotional skills. They will be able to recognize, oh, why I am sad, it is because that something did not like me, that's why I am sad. But that situation, is that okay? See, when we start recognizing and naming, and we should be able to help child to manage them. How we are going to do? With the simple activities, we are going to help children to regulate their emotions. Sorry. When it comes to 21st century skills, it is all about the communication, collaboration, and emotional intelligence. Next is theoretical foundation. When it comes to understanding feelings and emotions, uh, here Erickson's emotional development. This is where we have taken from the different, the early stages, how each and everyone has looked into. When it comes to Erickson's emotional development, early stage focus, trust, and autonomy through emotional expression is what Erickson says. Then self-regulation theory says children learn impulse control and emotion management for social success. Multiple intelligence, that is Howard Gardner says emotional intelligence as interpersonal and intrapersonal development. As we are integrating STREAM into our curriculum, it is when it comes to science, what is that? Is it really connected to the feelings and emotions when it comes to science? Yes, definitely. It is the body signals that we are going to understand. Then when it comes to technology, what we are going to do, it is all about the emotions, how we are going to tackle, or with the help of apps, we also can integrate technology. And reading stories definitely help kids to get out of, if they are in the situation which is not good, definitely reading may not be at that situation, but definitely in the other situations, when you start reading stories related to the feelings and emotions, definitely the child will be able to understand it. Then arts, it is all about the expression again. Math is counting and feelings. Then each day we have divided into different emotions, how we are going to help child to tackle and know more about it. First thing is the child has to understand what that emotion is. Definitely the child knows what is happy. They may know or may not know, but definitely when the child likes that situation, for example, if the child wants a toy and if that toy is in his or her hand, definitely the child feels happy. You need not teach that. But understanding, yes, now I am happy, but can I be happy even if I give this to play with other friend? This emotion also should be built. It is not just about me getting, and also if I start giving, how much happy I should be. When we start looking at the empathy side, definitely we can bring out different emotions and make the child understand. And what are the feelings and emotions? It is all about understanding and reacting to the situations. Now, what are the learning objectives that we are going to focus? It is for the, throughout a week. It is introducing the basic feelings, that is vocabulary: happy, sad, curiosity, excited, angry. All these simple words, we are going to help kids know what it is just by showing the pictures. Identify body cues and facial expressions. Then building the emotional awareness. What activity we can do the first day itself? When we start exploring, there are many endless activities. But excuse me, first thing what we can do is show the picture cards and match to their emotions and discuss the triggers. For example, when I said if a child gets the toy, he feels happy. But at the same time, if the teacher doesn't give the toy, the one which I liked, and the same toy was given to the other child, because that child also did like it, but teachers very well know what to give whom. So this child doesn't understand what teacher is doing, but I like the toy, but teacher did not give it. What feeling am I getting inside me? We have to explain the child why the toy was given to the other child, why it was not given to you. You can pick up the other one. After some time, I am going to give this toy. Like this, they should be able to understand the body cues and the facial expressions. Even without, saying, definitely when the toy is given to the child gets, the facial expression starts becoming angry or sad, whatever. The child understands it inside, but they will not be able to express it. Yes, what are the integration is all about? How multiple intelligence is integrated. It is about the visual spatial. With this activity, linguistic, when we start explaining, when we start narrating the stories, linguistic language development happens. Then interpersonal skills also will develop. What is the value that we are going to give kids is self-respect and empathy. 21st century skills is all about the emotional literacy, understanding. The next Tuesday is we are going to pick up few of the emotion feelings, and the child should be able to at least understand it. At this situation, I should be empathetic and how I should tackle it. Happy emotions, it is all about the joy, excitement, contentment through the facial expression and the body language. I am happy. I just smile. I am excited. Wow. I will not be able to control sometimes. But at that time, after excitement, how do I calm down? That also, that regulatory must be, you should start building. Development cannot happen just in one single day or in just 1 week. It has to be built throughout the year. Immediately after excitement, how should the teacher calm down is also calm down the child is also very important. Then how about the sad emotions? It is about the recognizing sadness. If I am disappointed, what happens? Sometimes it happens that parents would have not spoken. That loneliness the child might be feeling. As teachers, what we have to do? We have to give, keep the trust and give the trust, build the trust to the kids, saying that, yes, I am there with you. There are kids, they tell n number of reasons and saying that today my mama bit, she did not talk to me. When the child come and express that to the teacher, it means that you have built that trust. Yes, that's this person, is more than a family member. This is all about the happy and sad. What are the activities that we can give to the kids is you can create the paper with the help of paper plates, happy, sad faces, or with the help of painting, the child has to print it with the lid printing. Can take any bottles and they have to with the dip the lid in the paint, and then they have to print it. After printing, they get the circle shape or any shape that the lid is having, and then they can draw the emotion faces, whether it is happy, sad, and give the coloring. Choose, okay, today, what was the emotion that you felt before you leaving to the home? It is just after all the classes get over, you can just point out. You can ask child to point out, or you can ask children to color them. Today, were you happy or sad? Or you can create emotion chart in the class for each child, where the child will draw on that particular date or number, so that the child, how many days at the end of the week, the child can count. Every day was I happy, every day was I sad, so that the child will understand, oh, always to be happy, what I have to do. This will help, to build themselves. Then talking to themselves. Show the mirror. Yes, here digital mirrors are there. You can just with the help of tab or mobile child to look and express themselves. But I would always like to keep all the activities hands on. Of course, digital we cannot separate in this century, but as much as possible, hands on at this stage is very, very important. Sensory is very important. After this, what we will have to do is, when it comes to digitalization, it is all about how teachers can create, innovatively. It has to be, when it comes to digital part, it has to be all teachers' creativity, and just show 5 to 10 minutes, whatever you have prepared it. Where the child feels enthusiastic, oh, something I am watching. All these you can get into digital. But when it comes to the children playing or knowing more about the concepts, I would suggest everything hands on. Because when it comes to, when the child is looking at the screen, one is eyes is seen, they'll be watching, then they will be hearing. But what happens with their hands? Definitely, I have seen in even in schools when we switch on, the boards, smart boards, What child would do is, if the child doesn't like, all 20 kids, all 40 kids will never like the same thing that whatever you have put up. What happens is, for first 2 minutes, 3 minutes, they will watch. If they did not understand, especially when it comes to mother tongue, okay, they will enjoy. But if it is in English, what happens is 2 to 3 minutes they will watch. After the third minute, you know what happens? Their hands start working with the friends or whatever they are having with them. Objects, they will start playing with the objects. If they are having pencil or eraser or book, whatever the child is having, the child starts working with the hands. They will never look continuously for 10 minutes or 15 minutes on screens. This is what happens when it comes to the screen. So I would suggest everything digitalization, technology, whatever, let it uh, be with the teachers. Of course, it is very essential that something, if you have to show 3D or where it is not available within the school campus, definitely we can show it, but not more than 10 minutes. Next is Wednesday. It is all about the angry and excitement. Here, angry, excitement, what happens is, definitely the teachers have to narrate each and every day the stories. We need not point out to any of the child, but when we start narrating the story to the situation that has been created in the classroom, or we will be looking at many situation even at home if we have kids. Pick up any situation and start narrating a story. What happens is, the child definitely will feel teacher is not saying, but it is for me. Oh, I have to understand that this was not right. Whatever I did, for example, if two kids have fought, and when you start narrating a story, once upon a time, there were two kids always fighting. You know, I was so sad. I was so sad. Those two kids did not even listen to me. And they were fighting only for one pencil. This pencil, they would have adjusted. One time, a child could have written and they would have given to the other child. But they did not even understand. They started fighting. When you fight, what happens? You get angry. While you are angry, you know what happens inside you? Your face start getting tight, and it doesn't look good to everyone when you are angry, and the teacher is so sad. This also, what happens inside our face? It gets tight, all the muscles get tight. When these muscle gets tight, you know what happens when you're angry? You get headache. Does all these required? No, right? So when you are angry, what you have to do? You will have to sit straight and breathe in slowly and breathe out slowly. Or if you don't like this activity, what you should do? Just take any soft toy and get a hug from them. You feel so nice. Till you feel so nice, you calm down. and then get back to the work that you were doing. We have to start narrating the story with all expressions. Yes, I know definitely the teachers will be doing it, but when you start implementing the real situations to the kids, they will understand better. And this is all about the emotional uh, charades that will be happening inside them. Act out. When you start acting to all those situations, definitely the child will understand what the feeling is all about. How should I react? Okay, if the child has reacted wrongly, what should I do? Apologize them. Then this is all about the, as I told, there will be a physical change that will happen inside. The face gets tight. All these, when you start explaining to the kids, definitely they will understand. Then what is safe expression? Practice self-control. As I said, when you feel angry, you will have to hug or tell numbers. These simple activities, when we start giving to the kids, definitely they will understand. This is all about the mindfulness. But what is safe expression? Always should I be smiling? But inside the child, there may be turmoil that is going on. We will also should be able to help the child to come out of it. There are kids who will never express. They will be just sitting. Inside them, they will have lots of things, but they will never express it. That comfort zone must be given from the teachers. Then it is all about the scared feelings and coping up. It is all about, again, the story exploration that I narrated before. If I am feeling scared, what should I do? There were two little kids who wanted to go inside the castle. There was a big castle and they wanted to go inside. One of them was very bold and the other child was so scared. But you know what happened? There was a sound that is coming from inside the castle. Both of them got scared. But you know what this bold boy did? He told, "Stop. If we are getting scared, we will not know what is happening. But let's see what's inside." He will take. The scared boy was always scared and he was not ready to go inside the castle. But when this bold boy went inside, that sound was of a small puppy who got hurt on the leg. If this bold boy would have not gone inside the castle, what would have happened? You know, that puppy would have been inside and do not know what would have happened for the puppy. Finally, what they did, they bought this puppy and get the first aid done. Okay, with this simple story techniques, definitely children will be able to understand better. As I have shown in the last session, how we can create the storybooks using AI. And also there are apps where you can create the animations. Definitely you can look into and show them. Then it is all about the calming techniques. Practice deep breathing and mindfulness activities helps children a lot. Then role play. You have narrated a story, but after narrating a story, what we can do? We can ask 2 or 3 kids to come and play whatever they have, whatever you have narrated the story. What they are going to gain here, it is all about the courage that the child is going to get the value as resilience. When you call the child, each and every child would not like to come and stand on the stage, right? Even coming and participating in the play role is also a courage. Yes, I know you can do it. Definitely, you can do it. Encourage the children who are, who are willing, but they are not coming on the stage. Encourage such type of children. Yes, you can do whatever. Even 2 words, even 2 words speaking on the stage makes a lot. That trust, giving trust and encouraging the child boosts them and move forward. Next is all about the sharing your feelings. Now you have understand what is excitement, what is happy, what is sad. Now you have to share your feelings. As I have asked, I have told about the emotional chart that you'll have to prepare in the classroom so that the child will understand, oh, how many days, how many times I had been happy and how many times I have been sad. With this, the child will be able to express themselves, share their feelings. How this happens is through the circle time. The child can share their feelings, what happened, even at home, what excited you, what did you play. Expression is very important. Then, puppet expression also can be done, and also the peer interaction. We need not involve, we can facilitate the children. You can go sit next to your friend and you can chit chat with them. You can share your feelings with them, or the child can get a emotion card, whatever the situation it is. For example, whatever happened at home today, there was an idol kept at home and we did puja. That if the child would have felt happy, the child can get that pic and share it to their friend saying about the situation. Pictures will help children to convey more better. They will understand, okay, now I can say one sentence, but if I have pictures, I can tell at least 4 to 5 sentences about the picture, what happened. This will help children to express themselves. This is all about, in a gist I had given, what all you can do and how you have to go about uh, day wise. And what is the assessment and family connection is very, very important when it comes to emotions and feelings. Teachers, we will have to not stop. Definitely we will be doing each and every day, but this topic has to be integrated each and every minute while the child is at school, as well as when the child is at home. We will have to help parents to know more about it. When it comes to assessment and family connection, what we can do first is observation, daily emotions. As I have already told you about the emotional chart, then behavior documentation has to be done, then self reporting activities. All these will help to know more better about the child as we teachers. Then when it comes to home extensions, what we have to give, we can give a simple topic to the parents and they will have to narrate a story. And we can ask parents to sit together and have food. These simple activities will definitely bring change in the kids. Then family emotion journals, parent communication tools, whatever it is now I said, home practice activities can be also given to the home. Then continuous learning. As I told, it should not be stopped for 1 week. It should be a routine integration. Then real life connection. This also I told in between. Real life should be connected so that the child get connected each other. Oh, this is what I should not do. They will understand. Then sensory exploration has to be done. This is all about the family and connection. Then when it comes to the teachers part, implementation, how we are going to be more successful. I have not given much of the activities, but definitely rhymes, stories, then circle time will help a lot to bring out their feelings. When it comes to art activities, definitely we can explore on YouTube or, any apps. Implementation to be successful is daily integration has to be done. Then sensory and creative play should be there. Then real life connection is very important. Then collaborative assessment has to be done. This is all about today's topic. It is all about the feelings and emotions that we are connected to say children that we are connected and trust each other. With this, thank you everyone for your patience. Have a good day. Thank you.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.